to Better.com's World Cup preview. Today it's Group C, England's group, and they are the favourites. USA, Algeria, Slovenia are in the group as well. What everyone wants to know, are England going to go the whole way? And personally, I don't think so. I don't think they're that strong. What do you think, Lewis?
I'll have to agree with you, Phil, actually. Speaking from my heart says we can. As always, World Cup year, everyone goes mental. England's going to win the World Cup. Everyone starts to believe. But again, people are getting carried away. England, against other teams in the world, don't have the technical ability of other teams such as Spain, Argentina, Brazil. Semi-finals is probably the best we can hope for, I'd say, and I think if we get to the semi-finals, it'll be an achievement. Fabio Capello has done a great job. They need to get to the semis, and as we said, they should get through this group. Yeah. But the final, I think it's a long shot.
I mean, they got Algeria, Slovenia, USA in the group, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, the group they should fly through the group stage with a lot to spare. I think they'll play not the best football, but they should probably come through with 9 points. Yeah. I think that'll be, again, they just want to qualify in first place to miss Germany in the next round.
Where do you think they're lacking? Goalkeeper, defence?
I think both the aforementioned there, I think they are lacking. Goalkeeper, both Rob Green and David James can have dodgy days, can't they? They're very suspect on crosses. They don't perform as well as other goalkeepers like Buffon for Italy or Julio Cesar for Brazil. They're not solid enough. The centre-backs as well, John Terry and Rio Ferdinand have not had good seasons domestically, and I can't see why that's going to change at the World Cup. I think the defence and the goalkeeper is a big weakness for him.
Yeah, and you've got Joe Hart as a third keeper, and he's young, he's not been on the world stage before, he hasn't got the experience as well. He's played in front of a good defence at Birmingham, but he's really untested when it comes to high pressure moments.
Oh yeah, international level, I think it'd be a big mistake to throw him.
And against Mexico, we saw Carlos Vela really rip Ledley King and Ferdinand apart, ball over the top, they couldn't handle it, and that's got to be a cause for concern, because any pace against England at the moment, it looks like they're quite suspect.
I think they should get through the group. They won't be too much coming at them in this group. But you say as they progress through the rounds, they will start to struggle. I believe. Yeah.
Gareth Barry, do you think he's going to make it the squad?
I'm not too bothered if Gareth Barry does. I think he's easily replaced. I know that's a bit controversial because a lot of people thinks he brings a nice balance to the side of his left foot. But I think he won't be missed. I think there's people in the squad that can cover for him. And I think Milner can do a job the same as Barry, breaks up play quite well. Even Scott Parker, even if he's given a chance in the next up and coming friendlies, he'll be a good shot to have. But I don't think we'll miss Barry too much, no.
And obviously Wayne Rooney is the man to watch here.
Obviously, yeah.
Who's going to partner him up front, do you reckon? Peter Crouch and Heskey?
Yeah, I'd stick with Crouch at the moment. Heskey, I'm not even sure why he's in the squad. If Capello's saying at the start of the season he's only going to pick people on form, Heskey's been a bit part player for Aston Villa all season. It's a strange decision, even though he has played in the qualifiers. I think it's a strange one to take Heskey, and Crouch international record speaks for itself, so you'd think he'd be the one to start.
The only thing with Heskey is that Wayne Rooney does seem to play quite well with him, and is that what's on Capello's mind?
I think so, yeah. You do want to bring the best out of Rooney, but I think by playing Heskey it could sort of take away another aspect. You don't want to just concentrate on Rooney. The whole team needs to function, I think. So if Rooney can play with anyone, let's be honest, he's a good enough player. He's done it at Man United. I know he plays up front, he's only United, but he can play with anyone. He's good enough, and he'll be key to England's chances, without a doubt.
So we're really just thinking they lack another star player like Wayne Rooney to help them, because he can't carry the team on his own.
Well, he can't, and if Rooney has a bad game, one of them has to step up, and I don't think Lampard and Gerrard don't seem to do it in England. Yep. They're going to need one of the youngsters to come up and maybe announce himself in the world team, like a Walcott, like a Lennon. But once again, I think it's just going to be a bridge too far for the final for England. But hopefully semi-finals. We can believe, Phil. We can believe.
We can believe.
We can believe.
And can USA take this, because they look like the favourites for second place?
Yeah, you'd think England will progress through the group pretty easily. Yeah. Too much class for the rest of the sides in this group, you'd think. USA, I think they can do well, come second in the group at least, you think, but they might even give England a game, I reckon, in the opening match.
Any players you're looking out for?
Yeah, I think some of the core of the United States squad is actually, some of them are based in England, so you'd look at the likes of Tim Howard, who's a quality goalkeeper who plays for Everton. Clint Dempsey showed what he can do in the UEFA Cup this year for Fulham. DeMarcus Beasley up there in Scotland, that's the country I'm looking for there. He's a good player when he's on song. And Josie Altidore as well also did well for whole this season.
They've also got Michael Bradley, who's the coach's son, and he's going to hold midfield for them, and he's only got 41 caps, so he's another player to look out for. So I think they'll take second place. I think they're just a bit better than everyone in the group, and they've got
think so,
experienced players as well. So
and they've actually made the World Cup for the past 6 years.
Yeah, and they were
6 tournaments. So they are experienced from World Cups.
runners up in the Confederations Cup.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they only lost out. They were 2-0 up at half time against Brazil in the final, and actually beat Spain in the semis as well. So they are a bit of a dark horse on their day.
I think the pedigree's there now because they've got so many players that play abroad. So they're not playing in the MLS in America. And I think in America there's actually some quite excitement for the USA team.
Well, say you'll probably say it more than I will because you've got more experience in the American field of sports, but I think soccer does sort of sit behind baseball and American football,
it does,
doesn't it? Yeah,
even behind hockey as well. You say it's the 5th most popular sport, and ESPN are pushing this really tough, really big, and they're patriotic in America.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to be behind a team, and I think second place is going to be theirs.
Yeah, and an interesting fact as well, they actually beat England in 1950 World Cup 1-0 in the group stages. So
the miracle on grass,
that is the miracle on grass. You see, yeah. So yeah, if this would be another miracle if they do beat England this time, but not as big a miracle.
Exactly. Another team, Slovenia.
Slovenia, yeah.
They're a good team. They're not individually great,
obviously, yeah.
But they've got some. Robert Corrin, captain, can he?
Yeah, you say Robert Corrin's the captain and he's probably the most influential player there, but he's recently been released by West Brom, which sort of just sums up the whole Slovenian side for me. Yeah. West Brom with their promotion this season, obviously don't think Corrin's good enough to play in the Premier League,
exactly.
Which sort of begs the question: Slovenia are they going to be good enough to even get out the group?
Yeah.
Which I don't think they are. And they did put up a good 2-1 defeat against England in the group stages. They're in England's group.
Yep.
They played okay, but you'd think they'd be way out of their depth in this group.
Yeah, and they'll rely on Zlatko Dedic for goals, and he's only got 3 goals and like 23 caps.
Yeah,
so it's not great.
Yeah.
And he had 5 goals in the Bundesliga this year for Bochum, so he's not prolific, but he might come good in the
Yeah, I think it looks like they'll be the whipping boys of the group, I think.
Yeah, Algeria, do you think?
Yeah, a bit of an unknown quantity. I haven't really seen much of Algeria, to be honest. I saw the playoff against Egypt where it was a bit of a feisty encounter. There was sendings off and fights on the pitch and everything. Really kicked off there. They've got a couple of decent players who've been playing in the Premier League. Bulgaria, Rangers, again, not talking about the Premier League. And Belhaj as well at Portsmouth, looks a good tricky winger. Ranked 24 in the world. I think, they might be able to put up a bit of a fight against America, but England should be able to.
The thing for Algeria is they're very much a team. They're like Egypt. They're not great individually, but when they come together as a team, they play well. They play with pace and they attack. So I think England will be too strong for anyone in this group. But Algeria could cause a shock. You never know.
You never know. I think it'll be between USA and Algeria for the second spot, I think.
And so there you have it. England to take it comfortably. Prediction? 9
points?
I
think England will romp the group, probably 3 wins from 3 matches. USA will take second. Probably they'll struggle against Algeria, but they'll come through. Yeah, and Slovenia to be the whipping boys, as I said. Yeah.
So there you have it. England 9 points. USA second. That's what we think here at Better.com. Stay tuned for more previews.